So we made a report about Smithfield Foods closing their 5th plant because of the coronavirus. Many employees was getting that at the time period. They wasn't allowing them to wash their hands the correct way. They didn't have the right PPE to protect the employees. So that's why they were shutting things down. But Donald Trump took an executive action Tuesday to order the meat processing plants to stay open amid the concerns over the growing coronavirus cases. So basically, Donald Trump say, open the plants back up. I don't care about people getting sick with the coronavirus. Or he's going to go there and provide PPE for those people. Or he's going to provide the testing. He's going to provide whatever those people need so they can work. Because how are you going to have people working and just basically dropping like flies or possibly infecting the meat? I mean, this is not responsible whatsoever. Now, he used the Defense Production Act to classify meat processing as critical infrastructure to try to prevent shortage of chicken, pork, and other meat on supermarket shelves. Now, unions fired back at Trump, saying the White House is jeopardizing their lives and prioritizing cold cuts over workers' health. Yes, maybe he don't want to miss his McDonald's hamburgers that he likes, okay? Now, see, Trump, he'll sacrifice people. He don't care, but like I said before, Donald Trump is the perfect president for America. He's the best president for America. Every bit of what he's doing is good for America. Trust me on that. Black folks, we'd be all right. We know how to make it. He said more than 20 meatpacking plants have closed temporarily under pressure from local authorities and their own workers because of the virus. Okay, so they shutting everything down. Trump saying restart it back up. Now, they say the United Food and Commercial Workers International Union, which represents 1.3 million food and retail workers, said Tuesday the 20 food processing and meatpacking union workers in the U.S. have died of the coronavirus. They said estimated 6,500 are sick or have been exposed while working near someone who tested positive. Okay, so they're saying that there are people, which they have 1.3 million people in their union. That's a big union. Wow. Out of the 20 plants, a lot of people have passed away or are sick right now. Understand? So as a result, the industry leaders warn that consumers could see meat shortages in a matter of days. Tyson Foods, one of the largest food companies, ran a full-page advertisement in the New York Times. And other newspapers Sunday warned the food supply chain is breaking. So pork, beef, chicken plants are being forced to close, even for short periods of time. Millions of pounds of meat would disappear from the supply chain, it read. They said Tyson also suspended its pork plant in Waterloo, Iowa, after a slew of infections, and Smithfield Foods, which we reported on, halted production at a plant in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, after an outbreak of 853 workers there. Okay, so they say the 15 largest pork packing plants account for 60% of all pork processed in the U.S., and the country has already seen a 25% reduction in pork slaughter capacity. Now, for me, as I told you guys before, shut all the pork down, never open it back up. That's a nasty animal. But Donald Trump going to say, y'all get back out there and get to work anyway. Man, that's something. But as I stated in the last video, I will say again, you don't have to pay all those high prices for meat. Go plant-based. It's much better for you to go plant-based. It's, like I said, they haven't said it's a shortage of beans. They haven't said it's a shortage of rice. They haven't said it's a shortage of carrots and any kind of other vegetables that you can get your hands on. Okay, learn about plant-based meals, because that may be the difference between you eating or not. You big meat eaters out there, it's gonna get expensive for you, and this is actually great for the black community for sure, because a lot of our pre-existing conditions come from eating all the meat and the way we prepare meat. Anyway, we shouldn't be eating meat. I don't eat meat anymore. I don't fool with it. Forget meat, right? And it has helped me to not pack on the pounds I had on before. I'm not 311 pounds as I was before. And one of the things that's helping with that is not eating meat. Being plant-based and taking care of yourself, of course, taking your vitamin D3 and all, your vitamin C that you need, and everything that your nutrients and everything also to come with the food. As black folks, we got to have certain things more than others, especially with the D3, because we not in Africa getting the sun that we need. So we definitely have to be on top of our D3 production for sure. But, you know, I just want to inform you guys once again about, you know, Trump don't care about the workers or care about coronavirus. Y'all get out there and make that meat, and it's critical infrastructure. And he's not saying what he's going to do to help the people. He's just telling them get back out there to work. Yeah. But if you work in a meat packing plant and they forcing you to go back to work and you fear for your health, there could be some brothers and sisters out there doing that. Quit. Say, listen, my life is more important than somebody's meat, because I'm not even making no money off it anyway. I'll figure it out some way, somehow, but I'm not about to put my life in danger with no freaking coronavirus. Because one thing about these corporations, and even the people like Trump, which ran many corporations, still run a corporation, you're nothing but a number and a worker to them. That's it. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about anything. You understand what I'm saying? So don't put yourself at risk like that. Walk off if they're trying to force you to work.